Welcome back to Mac Talks Football, and this is it, the video that we have all been waiting for, the prediction for La Liga 24-25. I have already previewed every single team in the league, the arrivals, the departures, all their transfer dealings, the managerial changes, all the impacts that they are going to have. I have done all the previews before for every single team, so if you guys want to look at it, you can go and check them out. In this video, we are going to predict and see where I think all these teams are going to finish, who is going to get relegated, who is going to be the champions, and who is going to finish in the European places. We're going to look at all of that in this video, so let's get started. On number 20, I have gone with Espanyol. They are promoted this year, but I think they are going to go straight down. They came via playoffs and then nothing. Like their squad is very weak. It's not really up to the standard of La Liga. And even during my preview, I said that they need to strengthen it. They need to go out and buy players, but they have not done it. And like it was about 2 weeks ago when I did my first preview, but they have not made any significant changes or improvement in the squad. So I think they are going to be the first team, like the team who are going to finish rock bottom in La Liga this season. The second team, on number 19th, I think it's Celta Vigo. I think this is going to be their year. They have flirted with relegation for a couple of years. Last year also they were very close, but they somehow managed to escape it. But I think this is going to be the year that they finally go down. Their squad is not really good enough, to be very honest. There have not been many major improvements. Claudio Giraldes, he did a great job when he came last year, and he would hope that he can do better, but I don't really see it. And then they have not really replaced Jürgen Larsson. He scored 13 goals for them, and so he has left the club as well. And there, as I said, they have not replaced him properly. Their transfer business is not really something to boast about. It is not really up to par, and their squad is quite weak as compared to the other teams around them. So I think that is the reason I think this will be the year that Celta Vigo go down. And the final team to join Espanyol and Celta Vigo to go in to get relegated and go down in the second division is going to be Rayo Vallecano. And again, it's almost the same like Celta Vigo. They have been flirting with relegation for a while, and their squad is, you can see, like it needs massive upgrade, but nothing has been done. No money has really been spent to upgrade the squad, and I think that is going to be the reason that they go down, because there are the other clubs that I have tried to that the ones that I have predicted to be safe. They have spent good amount of money. They have improved their squad. So I think that is the reason that Rayo Vallecano and Celta Vigo come in. Especially Celta Vigo, I think they have not done anything else. So these are my three teams: Espanyol, Celta Vigo, and Rayo Vallecano. I think all three of them are gonna get relegated. Moving on from the relegation places, that team I think that is gonna finish just about relegation place at 17. It's gonna be Leganes. They are back in La Liga after a 4-year absence, I think, and I think they are gonna be able to stay in La Liga for another year. Their manager Borja Jimenez is quite good. He has done really good, and I think their business has been very smart. They have bought very brilliantly. They're bringing in players like Miguel de la Fuente and Juan Cruz. So I think those signings are very important as well. And I think overall their squad is quite better as compared to the other three that have gone down. They are going to be in a relegation battle, but I think they are going to survive, because as I said, they have a better squad as compared to the others. So I think that is gonna that's what's gonna keep them up in La Liga. Moving on to 16, it's Mallorca. They had a really bad season last time around, and I think it's gonna be the same this year as well. They finished 15th last time around. I put them 16th. They have a new manager in Arrasate, and he's a really good manager. He did an amazing job at Osasuna, but I think it's gonna take him time to get Mallorca on the right path. Their squad is not really good. There are so many problems in the squad that need to be addressed, and unfortunately they have not been addressed in the summer. If there was any other manager, I could have put them even down for the relegation places. That's how bad their score is. But because Arrasate is such a great manager, the things he has done at Osasuna, so I am giving him a benefit of the chance, and I think he's gonna as I say, it's not gonna be a spectacular season, but he's gonna start to get his footprint on the club, and it's gonna be sort of a transitional season for them. They might be in a relegation battle, but I will not fear for them that much. I think they are just gonna stay clear of them. Nothing spectacular. It's gonna be a very hard season for them, that's for sure. There are gonna be a lot of defeats as well. So yeah, that is the reason I have put them on 16th. On 15th position, I have put the newly promoted Real Valladolid, the third team that's got promoted. I think they are gonna have an amazing season. They have bought really well, and their manager Luis Garcia is again an amazing manager. I really like the way that he plays football, and I think it's really good for them, and I think they are gonna surprise them. They are gonna have one or two upsets against the big teams, and again, as I said, the business that they have done, it's been really good. So Real Valladolid on 15th. On 14th, I have gone with a team that surprised everybody last season. It was like a roller coaster season for them. First half amazing, second half disaster, but they still were quite good enough, and they stayed in the league. And this time around, I think they are gonna improve on their position from last year. They have made them jump 2 places. Las Palmas is the one that I've gone with at 14th. They have a new manager in Luis Miguel, and they have brought in about 10 players, so that's a lot of new arrivals at the club, and that could have a negative impact as well. But I think with the way the squad is and the players that they have been brought in, so a lot of them are loan transfer, some of them were here in last season as well, so I think it's a good mixture of signings, and the new manager coming in, I think it's gonna have a good effect at the club as well. So that's why I think they are gonna be safe. There's not going to be any talks of relegation, in my opinion, at Las Palmas this season. And the final and then moving on from Las Palmas to the last team in the lower half of the table, if you want to say, I've gone with Sevilla. They had a season to forget last time around, and I know this is going to be a controversial decision because a lot of people, they expect Sevilla to bounce back right into the top half of the table, but to be very honest, I don't really see it. They have a new manager in Javier Pimenta, and he's a really good manager. He's done great wherever he has been, but I don't see like this is a big jump from him from his last job, so it's gonna take him time as well. And the squad, I think people are not really I often say that people fans and boards, they go out and attack the managers, but sometimes the players need to have a look at themselves, and I think that's the case here at Sevilla as well. The players need to step up and show something, show some pride for the club. They have also their transfer business is also not been that impressive for me. I have not really impressed by them. And then their main striker Yusuf An-Nasiri, who scored about 15 goals for them last season, he has been sold as well. So overall, I think this could be the one decision that where I get wrong. They might surprise me and they go back into the top half of the table, but I right now I don't see, because the other teams in the league, they have improved a lot as compared to Sevilla, and I think that is why I have put them down at 13. The team that I have put on at 12th position is Osasuna. They have had a major managerial impact. Arrasate has left the club after 5 years, so that's a big deal for them. They have brought in Vicente Moreno, and even though I think he's a great manager, I still think it's going to take him some time to get used to the club, and I think it's sort of going to be a sort of a transitional year as well. I don't see them going and challenging for the European places, but I don't see them going down and having a relegation sort of battle or anything. It's going to be another mid-table finish for Osasuna this season as well. So I think the fans should really be the expectation should be that from the fans. They are under Arrasate, they sort of became this club that always try to fight for the European places and get into Europe. But I think this season is not going to be like that. On 11th, I have gone with Getafe. It's a slight improvement from last year. I think they have bought really well, and I think this is going to be Bradola's second season. So he would hope that his team can get better. I think they are going to fight for the European places, but I don't see them getting it because the other teams above them, they have a better squad as compared to Getafe, but they are going to have a very good solid season yet again. Number 10, I have gone with Sevilla. That's like another not Sevilla, sorry, Valencia that I've gone with, and that's another a bit controversial opinion. When I was doing my preview, I thought that they might go and maybe go into the top 7 or top 6, but when you look as a whole, the teams around them and the transfer window and the scores, when you look at them, I think that's why I have put them down from last year to 10th this time around. They have brought in good players. Rafa Mir has joined them as well, and then De La Fonte as well, but I think their squad is if you look at the other squad and you compare them with Valencia, their squad is does not come out good as compared to the others. They are going to fight for European places, there's no doubt about it. Like the teams now, it's now really tough to put them in places because I think any one of them can switch. I usually always say this, the teams from 8 to 14 are the hardest to predict because all of them can make switch, and everything can go wrong from that. So maybe this might be a wrong thing, like a wrong prediction, and Valencia might end up finishing in top 7, but I think at the moment I'm gonna go with them at 10. And then on number 9, I have gotten with Arabesh. I think they're gonna have another great season. They finished 10th last season, so they have bumped up a place to 9th. Another top 10 finish for them. Their manager Luis Garcia is really good, and the transfer business that they have done is really good as well. They've improved their squad on all the areas of the pitch. Like you realized after the first season that there was some problems in the squad, and they have addressed them. Most of their signings have come back that were on loan last year, so that is a very important step for them, and it shows that how much Garcia is respected. So I think they are going to have a really good season, and as I said in my preview, I think they are going to fight for European places. They might qualify somehow for Europe, but right now I have put them at 9th position. Number 8, and the team just missing out of the European places, I have gone with Real Betis. I bumped them down from 7th last year to 8th this time around, and I think one of the main reason is losing William Jose. He was very important for them, and they have not replaced him till now. And if they don't, I think they are going to struggle. They have a really good score, there is no doubt about that, but losing such an important player who scored about 12 goals for you last season, and it's gonna be very hard to do that, to replace that, and those goals. And they're not really trying. I think they are not in the transfer market. It's not looking like they are gonna buy. So I think that could turn out to be a very bad move on their regard. That is why I have put them down. I don't think they are gonna qualify for Europe next season. Number 7, I have gone with Villarreal. I would have put them a bit higher because I think the business that they have done, the arrivals, they have been really good. I am really impressed. They are showing they are ready to spend. They want to come back into top 4, into top 6. And again, when I was doing the preview, I thought they might be one of the teams that I would put in the top 6. But the thing that has stopped me is the departures from the club. They have lost Quensa, they have lost Ferguson, they have lost Solot. So these are very important players. That was the spine of your team last year. So to lose 3 important players in one go, I think that is the reason that I have not put the Yellow Submarine higher up the table, and I have put them at 7th. They can pip the other teams and go in the finish upper in the upper position of the table, but I just don't see it. I think the new players they have brought in are very good, but they might take some time, so that could have an effect on where they finish. Number 6 that I have gone with, and this is a drop off from for them from last year, is Girona. They had an amazing season last year, like nobody expected them to do so good, but this is the second season, as and I said in the preview as well, like now the teams are going to show them a lot of respect this second season. They are not going to have that surprise effect, the wow factor that they had last time around. People are the managers and the players are going to show them respect. They are going to prepare for them, so it's going to be a lot quite hard for them. They have lost important players as well. Arten Dobek has left. He scored about 20 plus goals last season, so that is a big miss for them. And then they are in the Champions League as well, and I think that is going to have an effect as well. I mean, it is hard enough for teams that compete in the Europe and the league football regularly. For a club like Girona, who don't really have such a big squad, I think it's going to have an effect. They might drop even further, but I have like you can say a bit of a bias, because I like what they are doing for a small club to be playing like that. I have gone with a bit of emotional thinking in this one, and I have put them at number 6. Number 5, and just missing out on Champions League and qualifying for the Europa League, I've gone with Atletico Bilbao again. And there was like a big hesitation in my head for between them and Sociedad, and so I have chosen Atletico Bilbao to finish at 5th. And the reason is the transfer business. They have only brought in one player, and there's not been that much activity. And then the other thing is that they have lost Iker Muniain. He has left the club, and I think that is gonna have an effect on the pitch and off the pitch. He was such an important figure at the club. He was their captain, he was their star player. He has been there for about 15 years, so to lose him, I think that is gonna have an effect on their dressing room. There were moments last season where he came in clutch and he won them the games, so to not have him there is gonna have a bit of an effect. They have managed to keep important players at the club, and their squad is quite good, and they may well pip Sociedad and get into Champions League, but I have gone the other way. And number 4, I have gone with Real Sociedad. I think they are gonna qualify for the Champions League, and as I said, it was between them and Bilbao in my prediction, and I have chosen them. They have had a better transfer business. They have brought in good, and they have been able to keep hold of their players. Zubamendi is still there, Marino is still there, and Kobe is still there, so like they have a very good score, and I think they are gonna do really good and have another great season this time around as well. Coming to the top 3, number 3, I have gone with Barcelona. I think they are going to finish at 3rd this time around, and I don't think they are going to be in a title race. They have a new manager. Xavi is not there. Hansi Flick has come in, and he's a good manager. He's a great manager in all honesty, but I think it's gonna take a bit of time for him to adapt to Barcelona and to get the players rolling. They have an amazing squad, young players all over the pitch. You expect that from Barcelona, even though they are under this financial problem, but to have an academy like La Masia, you expect great players to come out of it at everywhere. I mean, Lamine Yamal is a perfect example of that. So they have a really good squad, but I don't think they have the squad is not on the level as compared to the other 2 clubs that we are going to talk about in top 2. They have brought in Dani Olmo as well. That I think was a good signing. There are some section of Barca fans who did not want him. They preferred Marino from Sociedad, who is still there. There were links for Barcelona for Nico Williams, so he has stayed at Bilbao. So it's not really gone to plan in the summer window for Barca. Laporta wanted Olmo, so he has gotten him. So I think that is a good signing for them. But on a whole, I think they are going to finish 3, and I not just on a 3rd position. I don't see them really be in the title picture. I don't see them giving the top 2 any problems in regards to the title. Second team, number 2nd, and the runners up I have gone with is Atletico Madrid. I mean, They had an in a way horrendous season last time around. They finished fourth, losing 10 games, and they were not in a title picture whatsoever. But I think this time around it's going to be a two-horse race, and it's going to be the both Madrid clubs that are going to be in the title race. They have bought exceptionally well. I think they have had one of the best transfer window in entire Europe. Alvarez, Solot, Lenormand, Gallagher could come in, so like it's a really good good window. They have strengthened themselves in every aspect of in every part of the pitch, so they are like a really good, and Simeone would want to get back into the title picture, and I think they are gonna run Real Madrid deep into the season with it with this title picture. They could win it. They have a good score to do that, but I think they are gonna fall just short. And of course, the team in first position, the champions, it's gonna be Real Madrid. I mean, the last season was very easy for them, and the way that they are playing football, the squad that they have, it's just outstanding for them. This season, I don't think it's gonna be as easy, because I think Atletico Madrid are gonna give them a tough time. But then again, they have gone out and they have brought in Kylian Mbappe. I mean, what else do you need to say? You have such an amazing squad already, and then you go out and buy such an amazing world-class player. So I think, yeah, it's a bit boring at the top, but I think it's gonna be very simple. It's gonna be very easy. It's Real Madrid to win the La Liga yet again this season. Yeah, so yeah, that is it from me. That was my prediction for La Liga 2024. So please let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you think Real Madrid would win the league? Do you think Barcelona are not gonna have a good season? What about the teams in the European places and the ones getting relegated? Let me know all about it in the comment section below. What are views on it? Who do you think is gonna win? Let me know that as well in the comments below. Like the video, share it as well, and click on the notification bell and subscribe to the channel, because I'm gonna keep start doing all the prediction for the other leagues as well, as the season is about to start. So guys, don't miss out on it. So subscribe to the channel. Until next time, bye bye.